Hello, welcome to Bolivia. We're in Uyuni. Today, a 550-kilometer loop going around the Salar de Uyuni. It's going to be beautiful, but we're going to suffer. It's the longest special of the rally. And today, some suffer more than others. Drama for Bareda. His Dakar dreams might be shattered yet again. For the third consecutive year, the Dakar is in Bolivia. And yesterday, after a very demanding stage, the competitors of the Dakar enjoyed a festive podium ceremony and the opportunity to salute the president of Bolivia, Evo Morales. No matter where the Dakar goes, the routine keeps on trucking. Every bivouac has its central zone for the nightly briefing for the next day's stage. Xavier Gavary and Mark Comer running the riders and drivers through any late changes in French, English and Spanish. But in Uyuni, the high winds and sand combined to make the evening quite uncomfortable for the competitors. And for the assistance crews charged with keeping everything trundling along in one piece. After the two-day marathon stage, the vehicles got their TLC, but the altitude, dust and cold was making even the routine uncomfortably difficult. Previously, in the bikes, he's been a fast sensation, but Antoine Mayo is trying to keep his head on his shoulders. His real Dakar adventure has barely started. Today just doesn't show what my navigation is like. If I manage to go like this until the end, then I'll probably do quite well. But it's far too early to say that I can get on the podium. There are two new parameters that I don't have in hand. Toby Price has so far kept his nose clean en route. His Stage 5 win came at just the right time.
Yeah, we're back in contention. Not that we were out of contention. It's just good to be near the front and keep pushing along to be able to, try and still, push for that outright win.
The man they're all trying to catch is Speedy Gonçalves. Honda have led the rally before, but this year, are they ready to win it outright? The truth is that Honda has the potential to win this rally. I believe in Honda, and they believe in me. Right now, the belief is working. He leads the Dakar in Bolivia. Today, it's the longest special of this year's Dakar, and not once does it drop below 3,200 meters in its 542 kilometers. Tough, beyond compare. And our old friend the Salar de Uyuni provides the backdrop for the day. It's cold up there. Riders did what they could to fend off the chill, as the sun took its time to warm the vast and barren lands that border Uyuni. Cold and altitude combined are the perfect storm for mistakes. And Bareda was the first to suffer misfortune, his bike expiring on him. We found him with his teammate Paolo Cecchi desperately trying to fix the machine at kilometre 203. More bad news struck the Husqvarna team as Ruben Faria crashed early in the stage, breaking his wrist. The Portuguese rider was airlifted from the stage and said a premature goodbye to his Dakar 2016. He joins Ivan Jaquez on the sidelines after the Slovakian called time on his race with a damaged knee. It wasn't a great day for Kevin Benavides either, as he lost 15 minutes on the long stage. But as lots of other riders lost similar time, he only dropped one place overall to 7th. It was a very interesting stage for Sherco rider Alain Duclos. Having kept a low profile over the marathon stage, he finished 14th today after running in the top 10 for most of the stage. But he's best equipped to tell you why his day was quite so tough. Just before getting to the second refueling, I crashed on my left side. Nothing serious, but I made a hole in my tank, and it's connected to the rear tank. So I took off with a full tank of gasoline leaking on my boot. So the last 120 kilometers seemed extremely long. Antoine Mio got lost at kilometer 30 and lost nearly 6 minutes in that off-track excursion. After that, he played a little bit safe to make sure he got to the end in one piece, rather than risk making another mistake and losing a chunk of time. Still, 12 minutes loss is a lot. He wasn't alone though. Stefan Svitko was with Mio when the two took the wrong course, but Svitko pushed harder on the day, coming home in 4th, and he's 4th overall. After that mistake, he matched the pace of the leaders all the way to the end. Paulo Gonçalves, the race leader, rode a lot with Juan Pedrero. Back and forth they switched positions, but Pedrero started 9 minutes ahead of him, so Gonçalves certainly wasn't hanging around. He was in the lead of the stage all the way to checkpoint 3. But then that changed.
Oof, the head. Wow.
Headache?
Oh, yesterday, at the end of the stage, a lot, and today, oof. I don't know exactly what is happened with Barreda, but if we are now out of the fighting for the victory, I think also if Ruben is out of the fighting, also we have more than 6 riders to fight. So it's interesting race, and I will try do my best day by day.
Austrian Matthias Walkner has built his speed over the last 3 long days. Today he sat in the dust of Mio after they met when looking for waypoints. He did get past when the Frenchman went off on the wrong tracks 160 kilometres later. The big KTM rider felt the day's exertions in the last 80 Ks, but that was where he overtook Gonçalves in the times for 2nd, and his best stage of the rally so far to get him to 3rd overall. Toby Price became the first man to lead out and win a stage on the rally this year. Impressive considering the scale of the task. He actually crashed into a spectator's car only 30k in that cost him his pace, but in the second half he was so fast that he gained over a minute on Gonçalves to win.
Once we start getting into this first week and the second week when the fatigue kicks in a little bit, that's when these little things go wrong, and then plus the bikes have been through a lot already in the first week, so yeah, I think it's going to be pretty difficult to get to the finish line of this one. The pace of the first week we've had so far has been up there pretty high. So compared to what last year's Dakar was, the pace of that first week wasn't that strong. But yeah, we're doing the best we can, and as long as we minimise mistakes, we should be pretty good.
So for Price, a flag-to-flag win. His winning margin, 1 minute and 5 over Matthias Walkner, his teammate. Gonçalves, the best of the Hondas, surprisingly in 3rd, just a few seconds back. Svitko, great ride from him. That keeps him high in the standings, in 4th place still. But it's Paulo Gonçalves that still leads the way. But the gap to Price is now only 35 seconds. But for the second Honda, Barreda, he's being towed by his teammate. His day is not done, but his chance of Dakar victory surely is. The big news of the quads is that Rafael Sonic has left the Dakar. The 2015 winner got back to the bivouac in Uni to retire, his Yamaha suffering from a clutch failure.
This is the reason why I had to quit Dakar, and I could not fight it. In real life, you cannot make a problem a reason to fail. It's just a reason to get stronger.
This was Ignacio Casale in the second part of the marathon stage yesterday. He came back to the bivouac 1 hour and 20 minutes behind the leader. But that matters little. Today he crashed, and with a broken collarbone, the Chilean is out. It's been a successful day for the Patronelli brothers. On top at the Bolivian summit, Marcos collected his first win. He's up to second overall from fourth yesterday. Alejandro Patronelli finished second behind his brother. After this good stage, he's the new leader of the category. And Sergej Karyakin with fourth on the stage today. He's now third overall. Everything is still possible. Bolivia was not a green and pleasant land for Pablo Luis Bustamante. The Argentinian was left stranded on the side of the treacherous paths of the marathon stage, struggling with steering issues on his quad. There wasn't much he could do but ask for help, but that didn't really come. After his first attempt at repairs, he tried to carry on. But his efforts were in vain. Eventually, the 52-year-old found help from a local farmer.
I have a problem with my rim. Can you see? Would you have some wire? What's your name? Benicio. Hi, I'm Pablo. How are you?
In the end, all it took was a wire to fix his front wheel and a pair of friendly helping hands.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Is that enough? Yes. It'll do. It's fine. Thank you, Benicio. May God help you.
And the Dakar adventure continued for Bustamante, thanks to the help of the local farmer.